The Percy Jackson TV show's second season is set to come out on December 10, 2025, and we've received new cast members, clips, and even a full-on trailer. I went through all of these in my previous videos, so you can check out playlists for both Season 2 and 3 here on my channel if you want to get updated. But overall, there's been so much news. And just recently, the Percy series Instagram page has posted new shots from Season 2 to further tease what's to come. And in this video, I'll be going through them all to get a sneak peek of what we can see in the show. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first photo we got this week shows Walker Scobell, or the actor who plays Percy Jackson in the show. Walker has his Percy Jackson director chair, and next to it is a chair for Thalia Grace. This is an amazing shot because Thalia is a pretty big character in PJO, and she makes her first formal appearance here in the Sea of Monsters, or the book Season 2 is going to adapt. In the show, Thalia Grace will be played by Tamara Smart, and she posted this photo that Walker, Aryan, and the Disney Plus series actually reposted as well. One last thing to note from this photo is the fact that this is actually a pretty similar shot to something we got from last time, and that was a photo of the Clarisse LaRue director chair alongside Rick Riordan's director chair. Like Thalia earlier, The Sea of Monsters is an important book for Clarisse as she plays a huge role in their quest to get the Golden Fleece. So seeing the two of them get director chairs is a pretty sweet sign that they'll be given importance in this new season. Aside from this, I wasn't able to mention it last time, but Rick actually posted this photo of him and Walker Scobell. He captioned it with, "Becky and I starting our morning with Percy, Annabeth, Thalia, and Grover at Westover Hall for Season 3 filming. Love this crew." From yesterday, a tiny spoiler-free behind-the-scenes moment of Walker and me checking out the replays on the monitor. Is that a monster? Why yes, I believe it is. Hashtag Percy Jackson Season 2 drops on Disney Plus December 10, and you will love it. This is a sweet caption, and this took place when Season 3 officially started filming just last month. In this post, Rick mentioned Westover Hall, and for book fans, we all know that it is the military school that Percy, Annabeth, Thalia, and Grover went to recruit Nico and Bianca D'Angelo to Camp Half-Blood. The monster that Rick joked about in this post refers to the Manticore, as it's the monster that attacked Percy and the gang in this part of Titan's Curse, or the book Season 3 is going to adapt. On more recent news, the Percy series just released new shots of the second season, and let's go through them. The first photo we see over here is this one, and it shows Walker and Leah as Percy and Annabeth. There's no added context on what this could be, but it shows Percy and Annabeth in some kind of hallway, and Percy has his sword riptide ready for a fight. This scene might be a moment we'll see in the Princess Andromeda or Luke Castellan's ship. In the book, Percy and Annabeth snuck in Luke's ship to get intel on Kronos' plan and to capture Luke, so this might be it. Also, I think Percy is readying himself for a fight here because the ship contained a lot of Kronos' forces, so I guess he's trying to prepare himself just in case he needs to defend both himself and Annabeth. Looking a bit closer over here, there's two blurred figures behind them. And right now, I can't really tell who they are. Thinking about it more though, I think they could be Kronos' forces about to attack Percy and Annabeth, which would explain why Percy has Riptide out. This photo actually reminds me of that scene in the Sea of Monsters when Luke caught Percy, Annabeth, and Tyson, and he was flanked by two hairy giants. So far, we can't really tell if these are the hairy giants that Rick described in the book, but there's definitely a possibility. After this, we get another shot of Percy in armor. If you look closely over here, there's a trident symbol of Poseidon, and although it's not too clear in the whole photo, I bet there's another chariot race scene. We've already seen Percy in armor in the previous photos from this season, and they're almost always linked to him in a chariot race. Also, he's wearing a Poseidon-themed armor because he's representing the Poseidon chariot in the race. The next photo is this picture of Annabeth Chase. Annabeth is wearing a Camp Half-Blood shirt, and it's a pretty good shot. If you look closely again, you'll see her Camp Half-Blood necklace. And right in the middle is her father's ring. From Season 1's Episode 5, we learned a lot more about Annabeth's past, especially about her father, Frederick Chase. Annabeth tells Percy on the train about how she lived with her father and stepmother, but eventually ran away from home because she would get into fights with her stepmother, and her father always sided with her stepmother. In the books, we know that Annabeth's dad cared but misunderstood Annabeth a lot of times, which is why she ran away from home. Annabeth went on to live in Camp Half-Blood ever since, even if Frederick sent her letters and asked her to come back home. Annabeth always refused, but from one of those letters, Frederick attached his old college ring, and even if Annabeth hated her dad, she still kept it with her. Annabeth was very protective of that ring, and this scene from Episode 5 perfectly illustrated that. As Annabeth opens up to Percy about her family, she kept holding on to that ring, as it's a reminder of the past that she left. And I know, It's a lot of lore for just a simple ring, but that's part of why I love Percy Jackson so much. Details like this may be so minor to some, but they actually hold a lot of meaning. And last but not the least is this shot of a Percy and Annabeth moment. Percy and Annabeth are behind the ship's wheel, and again, there's no added context about what this could be. However, I think this could be them steering the Queen Anne's revenge ship when Percy and Annabeth left Circe's island. As son of Poseidon, Percy has natural skills in direction in the sea, and we pretty much saw that in the book when he sailed the Queen Anne's revenge with Annabeth. This photo might be Percy and Annabeth escaping Circe's island, and Percy is trying his best to figure out how to navigate, as it's a new power for him even in the book. And those are all the photos I'll be going through in this video. So how about you? Which photo is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below.